Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear colleagues, I am pleased to introduce you this interesting, interactive and very innovative learning system for your MRCOG. I call it the E-course because it is completely electronic, but supporting your ability to sit for the exam and simulating the exam where you mark the lecture scan sheets by your pencil. So it's a combination that trains you not only to the technique of the exam, but also lets you revise the absolute knowledge that you require. It's a learning method. We actually use the question as the trigger mechanism for you to look for the knowledge and learn. Now, what we give you is a set of guidelines and electronic material, learning material and everything that is required, including presentations, journal articles, talks articles if necessary. And what we are going to do for you is a set of tests. Every week this will be sent to you. It will be available on the net. You are given a username and a password. You sign in, and then what you do is once you sign in, the test will appear. It will give you timing. For example, the EMQs at the exam is given approximately 2 minutes. And the SBAs are given, EMQs are given 1 minute, and SBAs are given half a minute in the exam. We will give you a little extra time initially, but eventually time it down to exactly like the exam. And as you know, the marking system is also, EMQ will get 2 marks and SBAs will get 1 mark each. The EMQ structure, you need to understand, it has a set of options. Then it has an instruction, a simple instruction, what you need to do to answer the next part of the exam, which is called the question. So when you are given the EMQ, don't read the options. Read the instruction and follow it up with the question. Get an answer in your mind, then go and look for the option, find your answer is there in the option and pick that one. Usually the answer that you select will be the best answer, because very often people read the options first and they get confused. Therefore they might choose the wrong one beyond what they actually know. So that is the EMQ structure. The SBA is a very straightforward. You read the first statement, which is the question, and choose the best suitable answer, because those answers are very close to each other. You choose the best suitable answer. Definitely, you must have an idea of the overall time, because when you do the test, the internet-based test, it will continue to slip by one, the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So it won't come back. So you cannot revise it. So therefore, you need to finish it within that certain time. So if you gain time in the initial stages, then you will have extra time at the later stages. In the exam, of course, you do the EMQs first, and then the SBAs, because EMQs have more marks. Then you do the easy EMQs first, and then you do the easy SBAs, and then you do the difficult EMQs, where you have to answer work it out or find out a logic how to get the answer, and then you go to the difficult SBAs. The next important thing is, we will give you the computer will correct for you, and don't forget to mark your question paper or the answer sheet and mark out your candidate number in the answer sheet. This is at the exam. So we will also send you a printable sample of your answer sheet. So while you're doing the online exam, you also can mark out the letter scan sheet and learn to practice on it, how to mark the lozenges in it. And the next one is that when we finish, you need to go and check your own answers. And there will be a reference on each question which gives you a guideline where the answer can be found. For example, it will be a website or a video or a presentation or a guideline that we are given. What you do after that is we will be sending you the answer, then you can compare it with it. When the exam question is given, we will give you the correct answer and the reference again and the explanation for it. So this way you begin to pick up what you need to know about that particular topic. Reference is usually a topic. For example, it can be a hypertension in pregnancy. Now, when you know the guidelines, the next thing you must do is to read the guidelines completely, and remember, you are practicing every day. If you get a patient where you need to plan the management for this patient, use this guideline to manage that patient. By doing that, you learn and remember very easily the management of that patient, and therefore subsequently in another exam, when you get the question, you will be able to answer that very easily working from your knowledge alone. You don't need to remember the answers because the answers are set in as a complete document and a knowledge base. And if you have any feedback, we would like to have you send it back to us. This time the trial will be run on an individual basis, and we will give you guidance how to use the webinar, because in order to use the technology you need to know how to use the technology, and then you will do the test, and then we'll give you the answer all in the one sitting of the trial run. The trial run is for free. If you like, you can join, and it will be really great advantage that if you join, every week you will have a set of questions, about 10 EMQs and 20 SBAs, which is about half the number of questions that come at the exam, and you will be able to finish that and using that study at least about 5 or 6 subjects in a week. And then we are going to continue this for about 20 weeks, and you will definitely gain from this before the exam, especially if you are sitting for the March exam. And even if you are sitting for the September exam, if you start now, you can almost 90 to 95% assure yourself that you will pass the exam. We want you to pass the exam. Good luck to you. Assalamu alaikum.